What's up, a Cinema Shogun here, and I'm sure by now you all heard the new audio from Britney Spears where she trashes her own son, Jayden. Now, if you haven't heard this audio, you may want to go on my channel. I uploaded it in its entirety, and you might want to go listen to what she has to say, because this video is a reaction to that audio. Now, let me just start out by saying this. I find it completely sick, twisted, and disgusting that her fan base loves. They absolutely love it so much when Britney attacks her kids. It's like these people are like sharks, and they see a little bit of blood in the water, and they start circling and circling and circling. And right when it was announced that K-Fed and Britney's kids were going to do this interview, that's when Britney's fans, they smelt that blood in the water. And they started circling around, patiently waiting for their chance to attack a 15-year-old kid. And over the past few days, since that interview has been released, I have seen them non-stop online saying the worst things imaginable about Britney's kids. But not just that, they are in the comment sections encouraging her to call out her kids more, saying that it's good that Britney's doing this. Oh, Britney's sons wanted to do a public interview, so Britney better respond publicly, and all of this weird crap. And the bad part is, these are all grown adults. Like, young people don't like Britney Spears. They don't even know who she is. Most of Britney's fan base are like 40 and 50-year-old women. And men as well. I mean, there's a lot of people who are a fan of Britney Spears, but Britney Spears doesn't speak to the youth. Most of them are middle-aged people. So all of these middle-aged people are excited. Oh my God, yes, Britney trashed her kid again, yeah. You know, I asked the question when I first started covering this Britney stuff. After the first few videos, I asked the question. I asked Britney's fans, why are you currently a fan of Britney? I mean, really, ask yourself that question. Why are you a current fan of Britney? I understand being a fan of Britney because you liked Britney's music that she made back in the day. But what has Britney been doing currently to keep you engaged as a fan? Like, are you a fan of the way she spins in circles? Do you geek out over the dog poop that she lets dry on her hardwood floors? Do you really like her 5-year-old fashion videos where she sways side to side in horrible, non-matching outfits? Do you really like those brown heels? Like, why are you currently a Britney fan? Now, I know she released the Hold Me Closer song where she's a backup singer, you know, on a 50-year-old song that came out in the 70s, but I think enough time has passed now that most people are honest with themselves and they realize that that song was kind of garbage. But some people like it. I understand it went #1 all over the place, which isn't really hard to do in today's world, especially when you have a fan base like Britney's that will literally go broke to support her, and they will all stream her music 24/7 and have streaming parties, and they'll buy duplicates of the same stuff and all that nonsense. Yeah, I get it. I'm glad the song was successful, but it's not a bop. It's not a jam. No one's going to remember that song 5 years from now. I haven't heard anyone listening to it while driving down the street on their car radios. So why were people currently a fan of Britney Spears? Well, the answer that I found to that question is they're a fan of the drama. Why else are people still so engaged in Britney Spears' life? It's because of the drama. These people crave the drama. These people are fans of Britney Spears because they love it when she puts her personal information out there and argues with her family online. That is what is keeping her fans engaged. It's not the music. I doubt it's the spinning in circles around dog poop. No, it's the drama. So a lot of Britney's current fans, they aren't here for the music. They aren't here for this. They aren't here for that. They're here to just dwell in the drama because they love it. And Britney loves it too. And Britney constantly feeds them, like spoon feeds them, like an airplane to a little baby. Here comes the airplane, and Britney's fans sit there, no, no, no. And you shove a spoonful of drama in their mouth. That's what they like. Now, as far as this audio goes, I have a question for Britney Spears. Does Britney think that being a parent ends when your kid's 18 years old? Because I am getting the impression from Britney and Britney's fan base that when a kid turns 18, you're suddenly no longer their parent. Suddenly you have, like, they're not your responsibility anymore. Now, I don't have kids, and I definitely don't have an 18-year-old kid, but being a parent never ends. You don't wake up one day and be like, oh, my kid's 18, I'm no longer a parent anymore. That's not how it works. Yet Britney seems to think that way. It's like she doesn't view her son as a son. She doesn't view her son as a loving person in her life or anything like that. She views her son as an obligation. And once her son is 18, I no longer have to give you money anymore, no longer have to worry about you anymore. Go ahead, all right, we're done here. Now I could sway side to side in my trash ass clothes without having to worry about paying child support to my kids who I couldn't get custody of, even though I'm a woman, a millionaire, one of the most successful women in the freaking world, but I couldn't get custody of my kids because I was a little bit off. So yeah, spoiler alert to everyone out there. Being a parent does not end when your kid turns 18. In fact, in a lot of cases, that's when the tough stuff begins. When your child is transitioning into an adult, that's when the hard work begins for a lot of parents. Oftentimes, kids around that age, they lose their way a little bit and then they come back around. You know, at the age of 18, I was out on my own, in my own place, with my own car, paying my own bills. And I wish that I had more support at that age. I wish that I had a strong family structure that could have helped me and supported me. And if I did have that, I feel like I would be way further in life now than where I am now. But because I didn't have that backbone and that support as an 18-year-old child, and I was basically left to fend on my own, I had to claw my way out of a lot of tough situations. I had to figure out things at an early age that I wasn't necessarily ready to figure out. Because I can tell you, at the age of 18, even though you're technically considered an adult, you're not making adult-like decisions. At the age of 18, I was making some dumb-ass decisions. Now, I learned from my mistakes. I'm still here. I am pretty successful. I'm not an extremely successful person, but I've done well for myself. But I feel like there's no denying the fact that if I had more support at that age, that I would be way further. But I find it saddening. In my situation, my mother passed away and things like that. So it's not like, oh, my family just threw me out in the streets and didn't care about me. I had a unique situation. But it breaks my heart seeing this kid, Jayden and Preston. They have a mother and they have a father. Yet their mother just views them as like, oh, once you're 18, I don't got to deal with you anymore. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this audio. But yeah, I don't see how anyone can listen to this audio and not be completely turned off by it. Britney Spears is sitting here like, so Jayden, when you undermine my behavior, Britney, you're talking to a 15-year-old kid. She's talking to a 15-year-old child, her child at that. Britney Spears has these kids' phone number. She could contact them and they could have a conversation. She doesn't want that. Britney Spears wants the attention, which is why this goes on Instagram instead of going in a text message to her kid. I can literally get on my phone right now, and within 5 minutes, I can message Jayden or Preston. I know how to get in contact with them. It's very easy. You all could do it too. Please don't. Britney Spears can talk to them directly. She doesn't want to. She doesn't want to talk to her kids directly. She wants the attention. She wants to play the victim. Britney is obsessed. I don't care what anyone says. I know Britney's been through a lot, and I used to feel really bad for her. But now seeing that she's taken the trauma that was put on her by her parents, and she's inflicting her own trauma onto her kids, what Britney is doing, she's repeating the cycle of trauma. My parents traumatized me. Now I'm going to traumatize my kids, maybe in a different way, but it's trauma nevertheless. And I used to have sympathy for Britney before she's really leaned in heavily to attacking her kids on social media. When you listen to this audio, please understand that she's not talking to an adult. She's not talking to her dad. She's not talking to a peer that she is beefing with. She is talking to a 15-year-old child. This tells me and shows me that Britney is dealing with a lot of issues. And not just that. How narcissistic do you have to be in this moment? So once again, it's all about me. I had to do 18-wheelers and I had to fill up cars and I had to... Shut up. Shut up. No one else is going to say it. I'll say it. Britney, shut the hell up. I don't care what you went through in your conservatorship right now. While you're attacking your son on Instagram in front of 40-something million people. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but Britney has lost millions upon millions of followers recently. I mean, I believe that she was clocked in around 48 million at one point, and right now she's at like 43. That means like 5 million people stopped following Britney Spears recently. I wonder why. Usually you would think that, oh, she released this new crappy song that she would boost up in followers, but in reality, she's nosediving. And of course, I'm not saying that's going to dramatically affect Britney or anything like that. I'm just saying there's a lot of people who are fed up by her nonsense. I'm sorry. I started covering this story because I was really concerned about Britney. I was concerned about her mental health. Upon talking to a lot of Free Britney fans, I started worrying if maybe her life was still being controlled to a certain extent. But here I am now, today, after hearing this audio, I just feeling differently. Like, I don't even care. I care more about what she's doing to her kids. Britney's trauma, it's already there. It's not going away. I wish that stuff didn't happen to Britney. It did. That doesn't give her the right to unload on her kids, but that's what she does. She'll fill you with 2 minutes of, oh, woe is me, my conservatorship was so bad, and like everything was bad, and like Jayden's horrible, I hate my kids are horrible. Like, please chill out, lady. I mean, really think about it and use your brain. Britney is sitting here accusing her own kid of being a gold digger that's after her money. She's accusing her own sons, teenage sons, of being gold diggers, and you're just here for my money. You're just mad that in a couple of years I no longer have to pay your dad child support. What type of stuff is that to say about your kid? And let's take it one step further. Let's really think about it. Let's really use our noggins here, people. If Britney's kids were so concerned about her money or what Britney Spears could provide, they would be at Britney's house. I've made that point 1,000 times. If these kids were only worried about what Britney could give them, about money, about prizes, about this and about that, they would be at Britney's house. Instead, they're living with Kevin Federline. Britney's own kids were like, hey, my mom's like the biggest pop star in the world with unlimited money. But you know what? I don't want to live with her crazy ass. I'd rather live with Kevin Federline. That's the reality of the situation, folks. If these kids were gold diggers that wanted so much money, they would be up under Britney's ass 24/7. They would be rolling around Britney's mansion on Segways, riding around on Segways by Britney's pool while Britney spins in circles and Sam lifts weights. If these kids were so concerned about what Britney had, they would be seeing Britney. They're not concerned about that, which is why they don't even go see Britney. They haven't seen her in months. They don't give a damn. The little, I pay her dad child support. I'm not going to sit here. I don't like Kevin Federline, but I'm not going to sit here and view this guy as a villain for collecting money that Britney is supposed to pay. Men all over the world pay child support all the freaking time. Are we looking down upon single mothers because they collect child support for their kids? We aren't. So why do we keep looking down on Kevin Federline when he's raised these two boys basically by himself for their entire lives? And we're looking down on him because Britney provides a few $1,000s every month? 20, 40, 50, I don't care how much money. The more money you make, the more money you have to provide. And I doubt Britney would be providing this much money if Britney actually wanted to be around her kids more. But she gave up more custody than she even had to give up. That's the reality, folks. That's the reality that the Free Britney movement doesn't want you to really investigate and look at and know about. Britney could have had more custody of her kids. She could have seen her kids more. But instead, dish out that money while she goes and sucks Sam off. I mean, let's be real. I'm tired of sitting here and playing games with this story and playing games about this situation. Britney is making it very clear the type of person she is. And she came out of this conservatorship bitter as hell. And I don't blame her until we reach the point where she's just traumatizing her own kids on a damn near daily basis at this point. Just the other day, she responded to her kids by posting a naked video while talking shit to her own son. And now here she is again with the new audio. Let it go. All your kids said in the interview was, hey, I didn't go to my mom's wedding because she didn't invite anyone else. Yet Britney's spiraling out of control, talking all this shit for no apparent reason. I mean, for the love of God, if you listen to Britney's full audio, it's only like 3 minutes. She's basically pissed off that Jayden said, hey, I'm praying for my mom and I hope she gets better. Get better from what? What are you praying for what? For you to get better, because obviously you need to get better. And what's wrong with Britney? What has Britney done wrong? The fact that she even uploaded this audio to Instagram is a key indicator that she needs to get better. No one in their right state of mind would upload this audio to Instagram for 40 million people, trashing your own 15-year-old son because he doesn't want to visit you as much because you're always naked and spinning around. That's the facts. The reality is, there were some details that were taken out of that interview. The kids know why they don't want to see Britney. I think we all have a good idea why they don't want to see Britney. And Britney doesn't realize why they don't want to see Britney because Britney has too many yas queens encouraging this behavior. She looks on her Instagram, she sees 20,000 people yes queening her butt cheeks, and she thinks those opinions matter more than her 15-year-old child's. Mad, upset at the world because your son says he's hoping that you're okay. Why be so defensive? She's super defensive when you ever mention that, hey, maybe Britney's not okay. Anyone in their right mind would look at your Instagram for 24 seconds and come to the conclusion that you're not okay, Britney. This audio is evidence that you're not okay. This audio is a key example as to what is wrong with you, Britney. And then she goes on to talking about how she's an atheist now and she doesn't believe in God. Guys, please, once again, tap into your brain. 2 or 3 weeks ago, this woman said she was Catholic now. And she was mad that a Catholic church wouldn't allow her to have her wedding there. So 2 weeks ago, she's Catholic. And now she's an atheist and no longer believes in God. Are you flip-flopping your religious beliefs here every couple of weeks? Hey everyone, I hate my 15-year-old kid. He pissed me off and I no longer believe in God. Let me post this on Instagram for 40 million people because this is totally normal and sane. Boy, oh freaking boy. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, this is the chapter we are in. You know, you had your big rap beefs. Think about it. Biggie and Tupac. Jay-Z and Nas. 50 Cent, Ja Rule. You could even go into recent beefs like Young Dolph, Yo Gotti, Gucci Man, Jeezy. Well, that's kind of old, but you get the drift. Britney's beef is her son, her 15-year-old son. When we look back in history at the biggest beefs in music history, you're going to have Biggie and Tupac, Britney, and her 15-year-old son, Jayden. Mind you, Jayden isn't doing anything at all. He's not even actively participating in this beef. It's just Britney going on psychotic rants every couple of days about her family instead of moving on with her life and doing something productive. But her fans love it because her fans are fans of the drama. Because Britney hasn't provided anything else for them to be fans of in years besides, of course, the Hand Me Down, Hold Me Closer song that people actively tried to man, I really think I like this song. They had to actively try to like it. When you like something, it comes natural. You hear a song on the radio, you might not even know who's singing it, but it sticks in your head and you like it. Hold Me Closer wasn't natural at all. But I mean, I don't even want to get into my opinions on the song because if you like the song, that's great. I don't want to seem like I'm trashing or hating on the song. I'm just making the point that Britney hasn't really done anything in the last decade for anyone to really care about. So the fans are sticking and clinging to the drama. And that's what they view as the new Britney content. It's not about the music anymore. It's about the family drama. And that's what they're wrapped up in. And they know no boundaries, at this point. They're like I said, they're like sharks in the water when they smell blood. They're like a hungry pack of wolves. Oh, now it's Jayden, let's get him. And they're going absolutely batshit crazy all over Instagram and Twitter, all over the place. I'm getting attacked. You're probably getting attacked. Anyone with common sense is getting attacked. And the yes queens are yes queening it. Yes, get on! Yes, Britney really flamed them. Britney really showed her 15-year-old kid. Yeah! It's just so annoying and sickening and disturbing and you name it. But whatever. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please never treat your kids like this. If you do, I will make videos about you as well. But while you're down there, leave your thoughts, hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. I'll talk to you all in the next video.